Hi, neighbor. Let's see, we're coming up on boom, 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 boom. Oh, Patreon first test. All right, let's see. Patreon is up. GRYSKLL YouTube is up. HFR YouTube is up. And Facebook is up. Peace, party people. What's going on? Happy Sunday. I am doing a little something here. Figure I'd hop on live in the middle of doing something so I don't give myself an excuse not to do it. I keep saying I'm going to go live to do updates just because it's taking it's just taking a lot of, I'm doing a whole lot at once, and creating content, so to speak, isn't my thing right now. It's just not making it to the top of the list. And I wanted to test, I'm testing a couple things. I want to test the Patreon setup. Uh-oh, did we crash? Did OBS crash? Hold on. Okay. Head moving, I can see that. I don't know if it's coming through over there, but I want to do some tests. One, I'm testing Patreon's live feature. Patreon gives you the ability to go live now, and I wanted to see how that works. So streaming that from OBS through Restream. And two, we're getting ready to move back to Maryland, and before we do that, I wanted to pack these GRYSKLL SiCKeR sticker packs. We've got the first layer laid out on the bed, but it looks like the live's not going. Let me double check something real quick. Looks like the live is lagging or not playing at all. See, it says everything's streaming. Try Gemini and Chrome. Be quiet. No. Hold on. I planned on getting this other mic up anyway, so give me a sec. Let me get the other camera, not mic. I'm testing the whole mobile setup, so we'll see how it works. I got the lav mic on me so I can walk through the house while I'm going. Camera in the room. Right now it's using the Mac camera, but I want to switch to the 360 cam. That was the plan the other day when I was going to go live and do these stickers. So hopefully this is working and I'll be able to do that. I'll probably check and make sure this is working before I go any further, but first I'm gonna get the camera plugged in. I figured I could talk through it. Plus, I was gonna I'm considering going through something because there are some GRYSKLL projects that are really picking up momentum and steam. And I think I figured out, no, I know I figured out. I figured out one way that we're going to start drawing in some funds to help support these projects that have been funded out of pocket for us for a while, but now I see pathways, and I see we have support, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Where is the 360 cam? There's part of it. Other part. Pardon me, breathing all hard too. I just up and down the stairs, you know. I'll be getting back in shape after I get back to Maryland too, man. Can't wait to get back on the bike and get back to the woods, like where we are. All I gotta do is wake up and step out the back door and I'm in the woods. So in Maryland. That plays a big role in my health. Mental and physical. Seasonal affective disorder time. Just shout out to everybody. It's when that depression monster can hit some of us and things can feel a lot tougher. So hope you're taking care of yourself. Let's see if the camera is working now. X4 plugged into one end. Plug it in on this end. I gotta get the power for the laptop too. So I'll end up with that kind of cheddar. All right, X4 plugged in. I gotta turn it off and back on. Oh, nope. Wrong cable. Boom, 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 boom. I should probably turn the camera this way so you can see what I'm doing, but let's see. X4 up, webcam mode. Let's check you here. Let's see. What are we going to switch you to for a minute? Switch you to that, then back to the X4. Come on, give me an image. There we go. What's up, Zenny? What's up, Bubba? Peace. What's up, Big Bubba? Welcome back, for my friend. All right, let's get a little bit of light going in here. Also, part of the reason I'm doing this too, like this, where you can kind of see the BTS, is because I know a lot of people keep saying they want to get started, they want to do some things, they want to share more of what's going on in their world, they want to promote, and I think, social media as we know it has already changed a lot, but it's getting close to an expiration date as a useful tool. They really are. It really is just an ad making machine now. But now Larry Ellison's about to own TikTok. Oh, let me kill this Mac cam. Now Larry Ellison is about to own TikTok. You know what? I don't care. I can leave that image right there for right now. I should move it a little bit, but not right now. But Larry Ellison now owning TikTok and him being cozied up to, the guy that's got the wheel for right now. You can bet that it's going to fall in line like Instagram and Facebook have with his compliance requests. Same with X being formerly Twitter being commandeered. I mean, these social platforms are going to mean less and less to us, and it's time for more important connections, which is why we're doing this art. We're doing some physical art, so you can have some GRYSKLL stuff to hold on to. We're doing the SiCKeR sticker pack first, so starting with the different stickers. This one, WGRY logo. WGRY is the name of our mixtape, but it's also our pirate radio station, and it's one of our promo vehicles. So got stickers for all those. Next up, I'm just going to grab everything that's out of here and just start laying them out. Some of these are going to Paul for these gift boxes. Oh, that's right. I said I was going to make sure I was that the live is still going. Let's make sure we're actually live. Boom, 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 boom. I don't see a refresh. What's going on? Let's see if I refresh restream. What happens? Do we see ourselves? All right, good, cool. That square is horribly in the way, though. Let me fix this Mac cam real quick. It shouldn't be too hard to fix. There we go. How's that? And give wifey a heads up real quick, too. Just make sure. Hey, babe, just a heads up. I'm in there on stream, just so you know. All right. Thank you, love. Huh? Gracias. All right, let's close that door. The vibe. Try to finish setting the vibe a little bit. If it was nighttime, I'd probably be more like this. Lights out, but for now, we'll throw that back on. And now, next sticker. I think we're at the next point now that we've verified streaming looks good. Let's just double check it real quick. And looks like I gotta keep refreshing this window. I don't know why. I wonder if frames are dropping. I'll see when we get out there. Hopefully not. Music Restream is 5-channel plan. I'm testing it out for a month. That's another reason I'm going live now, is to make sure I work out the kinks on the streaming so that when it's time to actually stream something important, something uber important, got it all figured out. So next sticker, the interlude. That's the album that I produced for, I made the beats for and co-produced with Q, because he deserves some. And also Uncle Sickness. So that's the cover art. Yanni, my wife, did that. She took a photo that she provided. He gave us some photos that I'd like to have that turned into art. So Yanni took that, turned into some art. So got that sticker. This project is available. Most of these are anything that's music related. Because I think I have stickers for 2 albums. Those are going to be pressed up on vinyl not too long from now. That's part of the reason why one of the other things I want to do here is go through the on-demand vinyl pressing option. One was Elastic Stage. I realized I got a notification from SoundCloud about it being available, and I meant to go back and check it out again and forgot, because too many things on the list. Always something to do. How about that? Not too many things mindset. But Elastic Stage. SoundCloud said they have Elastic Stage and a partnership with Elastic Stage. So I want to go back and look through that. And one of the things about going through them instead of straight to Elastic Stage makes me wonder what they get out of it. What's their cut? And beyond what's their cut, are they claiming ownership to your music? Because I hear these streaming services are putting some interesting things in their terms of services, not just streaming services, but even apps like CapCut. I've heard that the terms of service are basically allowing these some of these companies to claim ownership. And again, TikTok now going in the hands of Larry Ellison. You want him owning, some of your art, some of your ideas. I don't know. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I've seen some content about him and his thoughts on surveillance, and I will say that makes me a little uncomfortable. Next sticker is Demond Deshawn's. Hold on, let me switch so I can make sure I can monitor the screen. Well, that's logic. Boom, boom. Demond Deshawn's logo that Yanni created for him, his GRYSKLL logo. He's got his own logo as well, and then we have a sticker for. Is that a logo? That's an album cover, but kind of a logo too, I think. But this sticker is real dope. Yanni created custom GRYSKLL logos for the first founding 6 members, and then we never got back to doing these and tweaking them and all that. But they were created for the purpose of being NFTs at first in 2021 when I was trying to get prepped to get us into the Web3 space and make some money. And had we gotten in sooner and all been in sync, I think we'd have done really well. But that's not a knock. We just weren't quite ready for it. And I tried to force it later, when I was already in the midst of a pretty rough phase. So wow, we're almost out of your stickers, D, since we sent you your first pack. By the way, GRYSKLL members, we got special editions of these SiCKeR sticker packs for you if you have a logo here in this pack, because I want you to have 50 of yours. You get 20 of the GRYSKLL logo, and you'll get one of each of these. Everybody else that gets a SiCKeR sticker pack will get one of everything. These right here are 10 of these are going in the gift boxes that we're creating. Some of these gift boxes are already allocated. We'll probably auction a couple of them off. All right, this is Q's, aka Media Pimp's logo. He already had the logo done as it was, and then Yanni did a little something special to get it on the sticker. So there's a little bit of Yannification on that, but not much. But Q killed the logo. That's just he's a designer, and he's got all types of talents beyond rhyme and production, engineering, web design. I mean, if it's craft related and you want it done at a high level, he's your guy. But make sure you got the budget, man. All right. Cues, stickers. I bet the camera would look so much better coming from up above. I bet this would be really nice to see from up there. I'm not messing with the fan right now, though. I can imagine the dust that'll come down here and the allergies and sneezing you'll hear from me on top of that. I just got done dealing with what Maryland does to my allergies. I'm good. So there's stickers for every GRYSKLL member in here, but there's also going to be one of every great HFR sticker that we have in stock as well. My wife and I used to sell these stickers for $5 to $10 a piece on at markets in DC. So we know what they're worth. So what the SiCKeR sticker pack is going to be when we release them, I don't know how many of these we'll be doing. Maybe until as long as supplies last, probably. But I lost my train of thought. Doesn't matter. Next one. Remember I mentioned that Demond sticker? Well, here's one that was an album that he released called Drugs Everywhere. Now, I thought that was just so dope, the way he did it. And I thought the logo looked crazy. So I asked him for one of these to put in the sticker pack because I thought that would be great. He had DE in there where that blue circle was. And I just asked if Yanni could modify that and just turn that into a circle. And now it looks like wax, which I love. So Demond Deshawn, second sticker in the pack. Congratulations to Demond too. He's been really, really successful on Instagram. He's also just had a birthday, just got married. He's also had some really tough times as well. That's not my business here on the wet side, but he's handled it like man, like in such an admirable way that I really respect our brother, man. I really appreciate him because he's a model citizen, man. And for more reasons than that, I mean, he's just always looking out for everybody, man. He's a considerate brother, man, and that consideration goes a long way with me because I know what it's like to be considerate and to the point that sometimes you get taken advantage of, um, and you got to learn how to you know find balance with that. And I think each of us has been doing better and better with that as we've traveled. All right, Al Backwards had a fire logo already, and he used this for his he had a collective, and I don't want to misrepresent it, so I'm not going to say anything about him. Let him explain what it is. But now it is his logo, and he asked. We looked at what he had, and it was fire, but needed colors. So Yanni asked him for his brand colors. She gave him his brand colors, and she provided the color to the logo that's in there right now. So dope. Al B is also known as the secret ingredient. And yeah, I was going to say the key to some things, but the way I was about to lay it out was not going to be creative or interesting. So let that go. What else is going on right now, yo? McCain chose Palin. GRYSKLL Community Project, Crewmunity Project. The crew is doing the music right now. We may open up some opportunities to collaborate with others right now. Right now, we're getting the crew portion of everything together, and it is way more than music, as you know, with GRYSKLL. We always say more than music, and it is absolutely going to be demonstrated with this project. And I'm so happy and so proud because this is in line with what my initial and original mission was when coming into, the online social space. This is an opportunity for me to really continue that initial mission, which is focus on mental wellness, and has evolved into the 8 dimensions of wellness. One of those being social wellness, and right now our society is sick. So this McCain chose Palin is gonna help out with some of that sickness. Next project, speaking of sickness, attention deficit. This is the cover art for our first Crew EP, Attention Deficit. Features some members, and this the McCain chose Palin project will be the first crew project since Attention Deficit. Attention Deficit really, man, first Q is remastering this and preparing it for vinyl, and he's doing some other special tweaks to it that I'm not going to mention until it's time, but it's a different album now than it was when it was initially released. So it's going to be really special, and it's the vinyl version. Maybe this new digital edition will only be available to vinyl manufacturers. Probably, I don't know. We'll see, because I really do appreciate the people who did purchase it too. I think maybe the people who already own it will get the vinyl version, but then maybe there'll only be a digital version. The existing digital version, maybe that'll only be available as is, still from our website and from Bandcamp. Not even sure we're going to send this back out to streaming, to be honest. This was on streaming. We pulled most of our catalog down from streaming because we're pruning the catalog and really tightening it up. A lot of plans, a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, and it's time, man. We've taken some time to get ourselves prepared, and we are there. Hey, yo, dope. Perfect timing, man. One to dial. Back when I said Yanni was creating those NFT logos, there's one of the dials right there. Got his done. His just so dope, man. I love the way he did the rotary phone thing with it. And of course, the GRYSKLL skull on there. And then her Yanni font for his moniker. Same with Damon's. Damon had the Yanni font on there. I didn't point that out, but that's her font that she's created for GRYSKLL, and that pen she uses in her creative tool. Just she's done an incredible job creating the GRYSKLL aesthetic. I couldn't be more grateful for it, man, because Man, like without the contributions of everybody in this crew, none of this would be going on, and I wouldn't be as at peace as I am. And this piece came at a cost, man. Came at a major cost, and I'm grateful for it. Speaking of the cost, peace, Kareem. I just got done listening to Zone Pitchfork, the demo for that project, another project on the table, and this project has high stakes for me. I'm not going to talk about too much of it, but this one high stakes. Not that I'm concerned about it, but just this one is one that this is one of those projects that I've been waiting my whole life to do. I think my whole creative life. Um, didn't know as a child that I was musically inclined. I started writing rhymes at 16, uh, and didn't really take it all that seriously. As a matter of fact, when I left high school, went away to college. Even when in high school, I wasn't serious, man. I didn't really think. I look at myself as if I had a chance or opportunity of doing anything. So I didn't do much other than like I made a couple pause tapes, which was kind of cool. I thought I was being innovative. Come to find out, a bunch of other hip hop producers ended up doing that. Um, Down at Hampton, homeboy Rashid, who again, if without him, I wouldn't have Q, wouldn't have met Paul, and GRYSKLL wouldn't be what it is today. Um, Rashid taught me how to make beats, and that set things off and prepped me for the Beggars, which got the Wu-Tang connection in play for us, and couldn't be more grateful. There was a time when I wasn't super grateful for that and didn't understand like what the true value of that was. Now I recognize it, and I'm so infinitely grateful, man, because yeah, I didn't know who I was and what I had, and I needed to evolve. I needed to heal. I needed to grow in so many ways that I had no idea of and didn't have the examples of the help that some people have, and most of us don't have it, to be honest, man. And I'm just grateful that somehow I found the path, found a way to where I am today. Because there was a point when I didn't think I was going to be around much longer, and I didn't care. I was actually hoping not to be. Um, yeah, deep story, but not for right now. Good times, good times, good times. Where we at? We're doing the Emma Jackson sticker right now. I just started rolling through stickers. I didn't show you guys Gray Space sticker. Gray Space is GRYSKLL's mental health initiative. All these names, when we created GRYSKLL, I wanted to really create the brand from scratch, and so throwing gray on the front of everything. Or and actually, when we did grade school, which Damon figured out the I think Damon figured out the whole name for that one is a way to expand on it and using the SKLL instead of the word school. Like we really did quite a few things, and even for my own personal Patreon, Gray Matter GRY, and we got some songs that have the gray in it and all that. We really built the GRYSKLL aesthetic, and we really did some world building with this thing. And I love the fact that it's been collaborative. The other sticker that I had up there that I'm still dishing out is Emma Jackson. Dope story behind that sticker. One, I created the logo. Two, I created the group name without realizing I was creating the group name because I just said the words, and then she said, "Oh, yo, that's the name of the group." And then the group got created, and then from the group came the song, which was also fly paper originally because the beat was, yeah, it's a whole long story. A lot of that's on YouTube, on Patreon. You can see all the backstory stuff. I don't have to rehash a lot of this stuff. Patreon.com/GRYSKLL, Patreon.com/GrayMatter, GRYMATTER, Patreon.com/The Beggars, THABEGGAS. It was spelled BEGGAZ on the Wu-Tang projects. Our documentaries and stories will explain the why behind all that. Later on, saw some people in a live that Tyke showed me he was in recently. They were pretty adamant about understanding what, thinking they understood why the different spellings of our name. So I'm really excited about being able to clarify some things when we're ready. Got some special things going on the Beggars front too. Speaking of the Beggars, how about that? Who gave me the green light? He this logo's been through so much. Uncle Sick designed the original logo. The Ooh had it digitized, I believe, after iPiece Unique made an updated version too that was different than this, but Ooh made his own version of it, gave the yellow eyes, and gave me the green light to get stickers made from it. So throwing that in as a bonus sticker with these, because without the Beggars, there would be no GRYSKLL. Respect and love to Father Lord. Peace to Father Lord. Peace to the Beggars. Peace to Samuel Hung, with whom GRYSKLL has a project underway. 3 of the songs have all the lyrics laid down already. 2 of them already mixed and mastered. And this project this is a dream for me. Like, one dream for me was producing a project for Lord. Another one was producing one for Samo. Those were 2 priorities for me that I always thought, 2 things I took for granted that I would be able to do back in the days in the bag of time. And obviously I missed out on the opportunity to do that for Lord. And it's taken a long time to get over a lot of things related to his departure from this plane. But Samo was the other one, and the fact that I get a chance to do this GRYSKLL project with him it means the world to me, man. On the list of favorite MCs of all time, Lord and Samo were always up there. Kareem, Instrument Being, is one of those as well. The Beggars have always been favorite MCs of mine, but next, Kareem. We just mentioned Kareem. Instrument Being, this is a logo Yanni made for him. When he and I first met, I was just like, yo, this is my dude. I love this dude. And he was kind of soldiering alone with the music on Instagram, very much like I was. He was on my first connection, so hence the Zone Pitchfork connection. And 22 songs that we're going through right now to figure out, what direction we have for an album. But I asked her to use a photo I gave her of him to create his logo, and the way his hair was back then was real dope. So I think she traced the photo of him and created the logo out of that. And he has a new logo now that's even doper, or as dope in a different way. How about that? But it's just dope. It's a dope logo, man. And he sold some shirts with this on, some other things. So this logo goes a long way. The original K-Muse. It was actually for a brand. Like, it had some earbuds in the logo and some other things. Cause it was for a brand that he was talking about doing called, I'm not even gonna name the brand in case he ever decides to go back and do it. But dope piece of art. Great. Just again, grateful for Yanni for just saying, hey, I support you. I see your vision. I'm going to do what I can to add my talents to your pool because she's just an incredible wife, incredible person, who deserves nothing but the best life can offer her, man. All right, so that is most of the GRYSKLL stickers, isn't it? We got one more for a member before we go to Big Daddy. One of our newest members with whom we would not have the McCain Chose, without him, we wouldn't have the McCain Chose Palin project, Bobby Fisher. He came and gave GRYSKLL new life last year. I was kind of on the flats with production. I didn't know if I was going to get back to production and what it was going to be like. I kind of lost mojo and lost some confidence on that front. Just lost interest. There was just a lot of things going on. And Bobby came and started doing Serve 'em Up Saturdays first. The crew hopped on, and Bobby even got me interested in rhyming again, which, oh, man, thank you so much for that. But Bobby, as a matter of fact, one of those rhymes, that rhyming that he got us doing on Serve 'em Up Saturday led to me doing my verse on that started and set off the song "We the Evil." As a matter of fact, I got the version that was just my verse because my verse was super long at first. Backstory on that on Gray Matter. I'm not gonna go into all that, but man, Bobby helped lay a new foundation for GRYSKLL with his sound. It was exactly what we needed at exactly that time. And not to say that we don't have other producers that aren't incredible, from Q, Sheed, Al Backwards, Paul, but something about Bobby and the time that he hit just worked for us, man. Serve 'em Up Saturdays probably did a big thing to help us. And it kind of reminds me of what it was like in the 90s in the Temple or in the Beggars, because Lord used to have a requirement that we had to come up with a certain number of rhymes per week. I forget how many rhymes that was, but Bobby doing the every Saturday rhymes was a chance to practice. I wrote almost every Saturday. I may not have delivered a reel every Saturday, but I wrote almost every Saturday when Bobby put out the beat. And that exercise and that practice from re-rehearsing the rhymes, whether I recorded the reels or not, I think it really helped get me ready for We the Eel, which was the first song. I believe that was the first song that we released over a Bobby beat. I did the rhyme, Q hopped on, then Sheed hopped on, we dropped the song. It may have come after Tuck Frump. Tuck Frump actually, I think, came before that. I think Sheed and Q hopped on a Bobby beat before. Everybody had hopped on beats before, made songs with them, but I think that was the first GRYSKLL song. We the Evil was the first GRYSKLL song we released under Bobby Fischer. Tuck Frump was released as an Emma Jackson song. So that's just Sheed and Q from Emma Jackson, which is Sheed, Q, aka Media Pimp, and Kareem Muse, aka Zoe, the instrument being, aka Zoe as a Oz, aka a whole bunch of other names. All right, so that's the GRYSKLL stuff, man. So of course the iconic logo comes last. Hoodies and stuff are changing up on the website. So if you want to catch the merchants up there right now, go ahead, because the website's getting revamped, shop's getting revamped, and some of that limited edition stuff is coming off. I know it's cold season, so I may leave the mugs up, but I'm thinking about taking the mugs down for a while and just trimming the shop down to make it easier. They say that you give people too many options and they won't buy anything at all. So I'm trimming down the options. Also doing a revamp on the Patreon that's really turning this into a fundraising vehicle, and beyond that, an experience for anybody that joins. An experience that comes with gifts like these. After I think I'm pitching an idea of or thinking of after the 3-month mark, everybody who's a paid member gets one of these SiCKeR sticker packs delivered to them. So and there are other perks and tiers. Some include digital music, some include physical copies of music, merch, the GRYSKLL hoodies, which everybody loved, the GRYSKLL Scullies, which is time to get again. Got them in all types of colors. I love the lime green and that whatever that blue was, and the pink one last year, man, and that gold one that Al turned me on to was fire. All right, so next we're going into Yanni's stickers, man, and this. I don't want to start with that one. Let's start with the first sticker she ever made, man. I think this was the first sticker she ever made. Oh, and hold on, there's something missing. I'm missing. Oh, before we get to that, because we got to close out the GRYSKLL. Nope, we'll do this last, man. This is my time, so I'll make myself last. Let's clean this up a little bit first. All the stickers that we've put in here already go back in the box. Again, these sold for $5 to $10 a piece at markets last year. So this whole SiCKeR sticker pack, we're going to have to count how many stickers there are in total after I get each of these piles done. Is that all of them? All right, I can put the GRYSKLL away. All right, so Yanni's first sticker that was just her art, I believe, was this. If it wasn't this, it was one of these. These were all her first, and man, I'm just so, her art style is just so crazy, and just seeing the range of the types, pieces of art that she creates. I forget the names of each of the stickers, so pardon me, but this is an iconic one. This one sold really well at the markets, and people just loved her for that. I love these. She has, I'm not going to mention the series she has, but she has some really cool series of paintings and things like that that eventually we'll be pulling to the forefront and offering or making available. But she's really got plans for, releasing her curated collections of art. And she's created a lot in a whole lot of different mediums over the past few years. Speaking of different mediums, there's an album cover she did for Al Backwards and Demand for No Labels. She created a physical piece of art for that. And I'm thinking we wanted to do something to actually market or sell that physical copy of it. I forget what the plan was for it, so I have to holler at Al and D about it. But the Mushroom Lady, I forget what her name was dope. One of the other first ones Yanni did was Remedy, and again, nod to that series that I'm not going to name yet because there are a number of them, and I actually I don't even know if I know the name of the series, but she's got, like I said, she's like so many of the people I know. She's a world builder, and none of us do it intentionally. It's just a natural act. I'm so grateful to have found a life where this is what I do to make the world a better place, at least by making myself a better person. All right, so the Remedy is out. Remedy did really well at those markets back in the day. Well, not back in the day. I'm acting like it's been a long time. Wonder if my mic is still on. Mic still on? Yep. Looks like it's still broadcasting. And sorry if anybody's on the lives and checking these out. I don't really check the lives. I just do this so I can pull the content later. And again, like I said, this is practice. Love bad art. There were two phrases that we heard that really resonated, and one was make bad art, and I think love bad art. I think make bad art was what we heard, and love bad art is what we came up with, and then Yanni, and maybe Yanni came up with it. I say we because sometimes these things I don't remember, but she deserves all the credit. I'll just give it to her, regardless. I not give it to her. See, I'm really trying to be really careful about how we say things because I've realized how we as human beings can be, and I'm just trying to be conscious and considerate because you know my acronym CARE, CARE, consideration, appreciation, respect, empathy. All right, I hate having to swing these back. Last one for Love Bad Art, and then a homeboy Harold, man. This is my homie, man. I love him. It's from Yanni's. I don't know if I want to name the name of the collection for this, so I think I'm gonna just hang back. But this, I think these came about. No, this wasn't related to ATD, the art series that led to ATD. The ATD cover is also from another art series that Yanni did that I asked her for a customized version of A Piece 4. As a matter of fact, that ATD painting right there might be in an art show coming up. Again, it was these two paintings were already in an art show earlier this year. This one sold, but then I think the woman who bought it was drunk. We said we'd work out the deal later, and then fortunately the deal didn't go through because this came with the first copy of vinyl for Attention Deficit, and I really think that needs to be somebody who really loves and is passionate about GRYSKLL. So I'm really, for that first copy, I'm kind of sentimental about who gets that first one because it's been a journey to get here. So Harold, one of her, I'm not gonna name the collection, let her name it. But Harold is the homie. He is not the only homie in that collection, but he's cool, man. And he's also like an Easter egg for some other things going on, but I don't want to name any of that yet. There was a top secret project we used to have available on our website. I don't want to say anything about that one yet because that's a bucket list project, man. What is that? Amazon. I'm so not used to Amazon trucks nowadays, man. We are not patronizing, not supporting as often as possible. There have been a couple times when we've been in the bind and we needed something. Need is subjective, but really working on doing better and better, man. This whole act of getting the world, doing our part to try to make the world a better place is a process, and I think we all got to have grace and give each other a little bit of patience with it, even though it feels like time is out so much nowadays. Again, McCain chose Palin as a place where we're processing some of that, or space that we're creating to process some of that, not just for us, but for society. I just said the wrong thing. I said this was Harold. This is not Harold, man. I forgot what this is. Portal Panda, I think. I'm probably wrong. I'll find out the name of it. That's Harold. That is Harold. That's the homie. Yanni's got a hoodie with him on the back of that too. It might be on the HFR website, but be careful on that one because we're supposed to be taking some stuff down off of that one. And Harold might get caught up in the pull down. There's a one hoodie that is definitely coming up off the list, and I probably shouldn't even mention that because we don't need anybody buying that one because there are bigger plans for the next version. But Harold, this is way more stickers than it felt like we had. I can't wait to figure out what the price is going to be like. I need to put all these in a spreadsheet, and then I got some plans on how to make it so that we can automatically track profitability, price, profit, all that stuff. Just gotta have the time to do it. There's so many different things I'm doing with spreadsheets and Notion and documentation and write-ups for a bunch of different projects, and everything is kind of hinging on something else. And I appreciate everybody who's been patient with me right now. I always say what we're doing right now is like lifting a helicarrier, or sometimes like I call the hell carrier, since trying to help people carry their hard times. little bit, at least spiritually, trying to have some people's sides of support. And perfect timing. It gets better. Yanni and I have always been about wellness and sending messaging that kind of just helps or supports people, and especially in tough times, it gets better. It's just one of those feel good stickers, man. I love the fact that she had the idea executed and brought something that people have really appreciated, especially at the markets. People, it was beautiful to see somebody walk up to the table and see that one and just see that maybe it was a timely message, or to see if they knew somebody who that message would resonate with. So I can imagine people giving that to people as a little gift, just in these little moments of need. And I know there are quite a few of those moments right now, because life is life in really different ways for some of us. Yanni is a bookworm. She is a genius, and she is an avid reader. So books are friends, not foes. We've got some dreams for her and her that support her in her dreams. She's got some books. I'm not gonna mention it. Her business to share when she's ready. But books are friends, not foes, man. I love the fact that she saw her passion, a chance to express her passion and create a connect point with the world through something that she really, really, really cares about, loves deeply. Also, I'm so proud of her with what she's doing on her aerial hoop world, dancing. It's back to movement practices and just being fit, and it's motivating me to hurry up and get back to getting rid of this little pouch. Odd time or two with winter, so I'll be tight for next summer. One of my favorites from her, man, which is like ethos right here. Not a fuck up, it's a feature. When it comes to art, man, it is not about perfection. It is about expression. And this sticker, man, this represents it like in so many ways. It was actually an empowering sticker too, because I think for both of us, we reflect on this at times when we're in the middle of working on something, and maybe you hit one of those walls, or maybe you do something that you think maybe messed it up, and just realize that, oh, maybe that's just a layer. Maybe that was just, this. For both of us, a lot of times art is an emotional experience, where we're just kind of a meditative experience too, and sometimes we're just kind of naturally just droning and meditating through the piece, and things that are happening through natural movement and inspiration. They say that our art, we don't create our art comes through us, or all those different sayings and stuff. Um, so when we get to one of those points where a piece feels like maybe we've done something to mess it up, it's just that reminder that now you just put it on its next path, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and that within itself is beautiful. All right. How many stacks is this? This is 20 stacks? No, 24 stacks. So not a fuck up, it's a feature. Is gone. And the F on there, the curse word, which I probably should have bleeped out, sorry. The curse word on there is an asterisk, if you didn't notice. Last but not least, Dragon's Pitchfork, my logo, which perfect example of me letting go. This was created with a comb, some acrylic paint, and canvas, a 16 by 20 canvas. That painting is probably never going to get sold. If it does, I know the price I had set for it originally was $777,000. I think I'm going to have to take that up a little bit, because I understand who I am and what's happening now. So, my baby right here, this logo goes on so much of what I do, and is kind of my reminder that to just kind of trust, and just that my art, one of my favorite ways to create is just intuitively, and just because I remember running up the stairs, grabbing the comb, and I don't remember I grabbed it for that painting or not, but I remember saying I'm gonna try this with the painting one day, and I think this is my first shot with the comb, and never made anything else that I cared about with the comb, but this right here was my example. But all right, so we got all stickers, bundles packed. Let's see if they fit in these envelopes we got for them. I hope they do, because these envelopes are, I'm sure they weren't cheap. Oh no. And they don't fit, do they? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Ah, yeah. All right, so these will come packed in envelopes. We'll probably do something like put little pieces of cardboard or something on each side to just kind of support it better. I'm not sure how these will be packaged out, but let's see. Now that we know the packaging works, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 stickers. All right. So 23 stickers. That's a nice bundle. I'm going to package these up later. I just want to get to the other thing real quick so I can get off of this stream and get back to my day because I'm ready to put this Zone Pitchfork project back on and get back to doing things. Today, I wrote down all the track names for this song compilation, and a lot of them are unnamed songs, so I started just jotting down some notes that might help me offer some titles to the pot. I think we might have the name for the project. Kareem had we've been tossing back, doing some brainstorming, and I think Kareem tossed one that I would love to use as the project name. So we'll see if that sticks. Not going to mention that yet. We still got to talk about how we want to promote it, or if if he even wants to co-promote. I mean, we'll do it however we do it. I know he's taking a pause and step back from social media, and that makes sense. So let's see. What I wanted to do was get to the desktop share. Let me make sure my desktop is in a position where it's safe to share first. Because what did I want to share? I wanted to share. Last time I did a screen share from here, it killed the mic because I didn't have the mic set up in OBS. But this time I will have the mic set up in OBS. But we're looking up, the SoundCloud thing, right? Yeah. Excuse me. So Elastic Stage is the name of the, whatchamacallit. Let's see, share desktop, window capture. Let's do window capture, and where's my Chrome? The SoundCloud. Let's see if this is the one. That's the one. Cool, dope. All right, so SoundCloud. Let's go ahead and. Oh no, I'm logged in. I'm not logged in. Hold on. I don't want y'all to see my username on here just in case. So hold fast. Look up. Log in. Oh, I was already logged in. Cheddar. All right, put that back on. All right, let's go back. All right, so we're logged in. Join the wait list. Okay, so I gotta put my name and all that in there. So hold on. I'm gonna join the wait list no matter what. As long as this doesn't require me sign anything, right? Am I associated with a distributor? I use DistroKid, but I'm not using them right now. But yes, let's just say yes. Are you associated with a publisher? Yes. All right. Then SoundCloud URL soundcloud.com/DragonsPitchfork. Kind of annoys me that they'd make you do this. Make you type in the SoundCloud.com part. SoundCloud.com/DragonsPitchfork. Email. I'm not going to share that on here, so let's turn off this for a minute. Finish typing this up real quick. Bear with. How many letters am I typing in my name? You'll never know because I'm backspacing. How am I doing on my mic? Battery looks like it's still alive. All right. Hopefully that works. Let's submit. Oh. Okay, here, before I hit submit, no, let's hit submit so you don't have to see it. It'll come out here. And we'll read this again afterwards. So submitted. All right, so let me show you what happens after submitting it first. So I hit submit. Now I got to get started. Join the wait list. Done. Success. You're on the list. You'll be hearing from us soon. If you have any questions, in the meantime, head to our FAQ page. While you wait, check out everything Artist Pro now has offered, including unlimited uploads, unlimited distribution and monetization, advanced insights, and so much more. Artist Pro is a version of I know SoundCloud had a SoundCloud Pro or some sort of membership back in 2019, 2020 when I started releasing music again. And SoundCloud was my first distributor before Bandcamp. So let's see. Elastic Stage. Let's go to one more thing before I do this. Hold on. Let's see if I can get. There we go. So, wanted to read what we have up here and just go from scratch. So, your music on vinyl on demand. Makes sense already, right? Looks like they got a little thing that's playing here, but there's no audio. Oh, I gotta get my charger too. But let's see. Let's see if we can get the audio coming through real quick first. Let's see, Black Hole. And I might need to send that through again. Let me hit the. I'm gonna hit refresh real quick first. All right. No audio coming through. All right, whatever. We're not gonna get caught up on that. Just make sure it was on Black Hole. It is. But let's see. So, want to see your album on fan shelf? We're partnering with Elastic Stage to release your albums on vinyl on demand with no upfront cost to you. Print as many or as few as you want, with no minimum order or out-of-pocket cost, and shipping to over 90 countries. All that sounds like a big deal because on most of the places where we've looked for wax, you've needed to do a minimum of I think 50 unless you're doing lath cut, which then comes through I think is mono and not stereo, and that was a concern for me. Was I think if I'm selling wax to somebody, unless you're just collecting for other reasons, I'd want to sell it for the purpose of you being able to get a full experience of it. So I'm hoping Elastic Stage is stereo wax as well. We'll find out in a minute. No need to worry about paying for leftover stock and no sitting on albums and no the beggars. I think we still got 10 copies of the wax from the 90s, or King has them from that first run. Maybe hit him up. Maybe see if he'll sell you a couple copies. No need to worry about paying for leftover stock. Elastic Stage's on-demand model means we only produce what is ordered, and you will be paid for every sale. Some of my concerns, as I mentioned before, is who owns the rights to the music. Are they assigning themselves rights through the process? So we'll find that out as we go. But here's how it works. Create a new record from your tracks. Just pick your tracks on SoundCloud, add credits, upload artwork, and submit your new record for review. What does that review mean? We'll see. 2, we'll create a web page for you and list your record for sale. Okay, interesting. Let's also note Bandcamp says they have on-demand vinyl too, so we need to check into seeing where they are with that. I know I joined a wait list last year. Haven't heard back. I don't even think I got pardon me. I don't even think I got a confirmation email from them on that. So step 3, we'll do the rest and you get paid. You focus on your music, we'll produce it and ship to fans. It'd be great not to have to carry inventory and not to have to order and have stuff on hand. So we'll see how that looks. But let's check out the FAQs. Make sure that's showing for you before I go. FAQs are on the screen. All right. The first music company to introduce fan-powered royalties where independent artists get paid more because of their dedicated fans. More info here. Interesting. Well, don't care what that means right now. I do care, but not in the moment. All right, so final distribution with SoundCloud. How do I take part? They've got 2 FAQs. Ready? How do I take part in vinyl distribution with SoundCloud? Click up. How do I take part in vinyl distribution with SoundCloud? We're partnering with Elastic Stage to release your albums and EPs on vinyl on demand. No minimum orders, no upfront cost because your music deserves a spot on every fan shelf. Here's how it works. Create your vinyl release. We just went through all that, right? Well, it's blah, blah, blah. Vinyl will be launching soon. Join our wait list to be open. All right, so they gave no information that was helpful here. I've joined the wait list when I get access to vinyl distribution. We'll notify you via email when we've opened up our new vinyl capabilities. Keep in mind that it could take a bit of time for capacity to open up, so we appreciate your patience in advance. In the meantime, we recommend you check out all The features and benefits Artist Pro subscription vinyl distribution will only be available to our Artist Pro subscribers. I'm not interested in finding that out right now, but I am interested in seeing what Elastic Stage can do. So let's make a move. We're already signed up for this. Where's my Elastic Stage message? Well, let's just go to the website. How about that? Let's pull that up out of there. Pull that up out of there. And edit.com. ElasticStage.com. Privacy settings, deny for right now. Do not give you rights to drop cookies on me. Prices availability based on your shipping country. Click this to update if needed. Currently set to United States, yes. Vinyl and CD created and shipped at record speed. The world's first on-demand vinyl platform for music creators to record labels. No costs, no obligations, no risks. Make money from your first record sold. You have an option to build my release or watch video. How it works. Watching the video is not going to work right now because my sound is probably not working. Let's see.
On-demand vinyl with no upfront costs. With the Elastic Stage platform, creating your own high-quality vinyl records has...
Hold on, let's see if we can kick this audio into working real quick. Give me one more chance. Because I got an idea. Let's get you off of that by saying default. Okay, boom. All right, do I have my monitoring stuff set up? New bays on my audio source. Am I connected to y'all? Not right now, but now I am. Oh, and my allergies. Okay, I don't hear anything. I think I'd have to stop SoundCloud altogether. You guys might be hearing something. Sorry if you get in conflict.
Never been easier or faster. Just upload your music and artwork, build out your artist page, and start spreading the word.
So, cool. I'll watch that later. We can watch that later. Build my release. Steps. Create, upload your music and artwork if you own the copyrights or have a license. 2. Promote. Build your artist page on our store. Your list your records and spread the word. 3. Over us. We'll produce the goods and ship them directly to your fans within weeks of them placing an order in our store. Cool. So we will probably do this with attention deficit. We may test this with attention deficit and the interlude, the two projects I had the cover art for. Where are they? The interlude, attention deficit. These pieces of art, ATD, the interlude. First 2 GRYSKLL projects. Hopefully we'll do others like Not Checkers, McCain Chose Palin, and all those as well. I imagine we can do this with everything if the service turns out to be good. But let's see, on-demand vinyl on CD solution, one-stop solution, Slay Records online, no budget needed. We're new for your physical releases. You allow us to use your uploaded material and designs to make sell records. In return, we pay you a revenue share for every record produced and sold. No exclusivity. That's the important part. Cancel at any time. You keep all your copyrights. That's what I needed to see from the SoundCloud page. Also need to make sure that there's nothing else besides copyrights that we need to be concerned about, because intellectual property is still a little, somebody still got to figure some things out about on that front. Direct to fan, total control of your music and sell directly to your fan base. We deal with customer service, lost packages, and replacements without extra costs. That's fire. So no headaches. Creator copies, buy copies in bulk, multiples of 25 for vinyl and 50 for CDs at a discount and send them to any of the countries we ship them to. Dope, okay. Highest quality sound. The vinyl from Elastic Stage's revolutionary production method exceeds the quality of most legacy pressed vinyl. Most legacy pressed vinyl. We have to figure out what legacy pressed vinyl means. When people use terms like that, it concerns me sometimes, but it's probably just being chicken little. Fast turnaround. With short lead times, we create and ship within weeks, not months. That's something I've heard about a lot of places, especially since the pandemic, is that you're going to wait some time. Although I spoke to one artist, I don't want to mention his name in case he doesn't want to be mentioned, but he told me that he got his in 6 weeks, and he said that was fast considering. But he tried a couple of different vinyl sources. So risk-free, no manufacturing costs. We only collect a percentage of revenue earned. What percentage is that? I wish they would disclose that right off the bat. That would make me even more interested right now, or more excited. We'll see what that percentage is. Eco-friendly, we use an eco-friendly PETG material, avoiding harmful chemicals and energy-draining processes in traditional vinyl production. Respect. Battery's almost dead. We're at 10%. That's why I'm running through this. Chart eligible. All records sold through Elastic Stage are currently chart eligible in the UK. USA and Canada will follow in March 2025. So did that happen? I don't know. It looks like a website update is necessary. Build my release. Get in touch. We'll get to that later. Royalties calculator. All right, let's see. 12-inch vinyl album. Let us see what we got as options. Let's switch it to dollars. 12-inch vinyl album. Price premium $39.40 for how many copies is this? This is one copy? One copy. $39.40. So up to $39.40 up to looks like you don't get discounts at any point. $39.40 no matter what. So premium or whatever, no matter how many copies, same price. Royalties we earn. It tells you how many royalties you earn. Wow, so I get for one copy, I get $11. So $10 from a $40 piece of wax. I can deal with that with not having to deal with any headaches, other headaches that come with that. That's interesting. That's premium. There's a full option for $32.40 and deluxe for $46.40. Let's see what the full looks like and all that. Let's see. 12-inch vinyl single. I have singles for $32.40. Okay. That's interesting. So you got singles. You got a booklet single EP for the $39.40 price. So I would not do a single. Oh, it's EP. Single or EP. So yeah, EPs, that works. And what we're thinking is the interlude and attention deficit will be one album on each side. So it's going to be one EP. So you get two albums for what looks like here $40 if we use this option. This is looking good. So thanks to Q for reminding me about that. I think this is enough to get started. You can figure out what you want to figure out for yourself for Elastic Stage if you decide to do it. But you know, it was good chance, good opportunity to go live, and I'm glad I got on here and knocked some things out. I was just doing desktop share and I didn't show those out. I just realized I didn't show those two stickers when I was doing it. Cheddar. These are the two album covers before I hop off. Attention deficit and the interlude.